Welcome to Chair Yoga. Let's begin by setting an intention. Let's place a hand on the navel and a hand over the heart. Close the eyes if that feels safe to you. And just breathe here. As you breathe, think of a word that you would like to have enter your practice today. Could be peace, could be energy, any word that feels right to you. And just think about that for a second as you take another breath. You're rooting yourself in your intention today to bring it into the yoga practice. All right, let's begin with Dirghasvasam, 3-part breath. Begin by inhaling through the nose and start by filling up the bottom of the lungs first. This will push your belly out, and then it will open up the ribs to the side. And finally, you feel the air at the apex of the lungs. When you reach that point, exhale through the mouth, like that. And to fully exhale, pull in the diaphragm to push out every last bit of air. Then let it out and begin your inhale again. We'll do it 2 times together. Inhale through the nose. One more time. Exhale. Let's begin with warm-up. Begin by making a basket with your hands and place it on the back of the neck, or back of the head, sorry. Tuck down the chin and stretch the neck. Don't place the full weight of the arms on, just until you feel a nice stretch. Then tuck diagonally. Remember to breathe. And diagonally the other side. Back up to center. Now let's take a side stretch. Really open through the ribs on the open side. Breathe into the open ribs. Back to center and then flow through, opening the ribs on the other side. Breathe into the ribs and feel them open up, getting a good stretch to the side. Back to center and bring the hands down. Let's begin to warm up the arms. Bring them up to shoulder level and back down. And on the next one, go to tiptoes with the opposite foot, raising the heels. My legs are short, so I have them on blocks. If you need this, get some blocks. It really helps. And now let's take some shoulder rotations. 4 on one side, 3, 4, and on the other side. Now let's go forward. 4 times, and then 4 on the other side. All right, let's take some rocks side to side. We're going from the top to the bottom of the body, warming up today. Loosen up the hips and get the spine moving. Now let's take some body circles. Do 2 in each direction at your own pace. Going slower or quicker than me, whatever your body is feeling like it needs today. All right, rock from side to side, settle in your seat. All right, for the next one, I need to scoot forward a little bit to get more mobility in my legs to do windshield wipers. Knees going side to side. That was my ankle. All of my joints pop. All right, now let's do some butterflies. Whatever pace is comfortable for you today. One more time. Now, and scoot back and find yourself seated firmly in your seat. And we're going to be doing a Kundalini style warm-up. So first, bring the hands into the OK positions like this and out to the side. To begin, we'll bring the hands together and then push them apart. When you're back, Squeeze the shoulder blades together. This will help with posture. Forward and back. Moving at your own pace. Now let's bring in some head movements. When your arms are back and you're squeezing the shoulder blades, look up. When your arms are together, tuck the chin. It looks like this. Now let's bring in some spine movements. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to add in a cat-cow back. So when the arms are back and you're squeezing the shoulder blades, we're going to move into this position looking up, extending the spine. When your hands are together and your chin is down, move into cat back. So it looks like this. I'm going to move back, facing forward so you can see from the forward. You can even work into moving the hips a little, rocking the hips to help with the spine movement. Okay, and now one final warm-up is going to be a twist. So same hands, same arm positions. Now we will move, twisting left and right. To add the breath into this movement, when we go left, inhale through the nose, right, exhale through the mouth. If you're going slower, they'll look like this. Continue at your own pace. All right, and back to center. That is our warm-up. Now we will take a rest pose. So for this rest pose, it's going to be a simple forward fold. So start seated, feet rooted into the ground, and just fold over the body. Letting the arms relax down and letting the head release as well. You can always return to this rest position. All right, let's begin with our sun salutations. For this, we're going to be standing on the side of the chair. At any time, you can always hold onto the chair for support in any position. So begin by, if you're taking the option to hold onto the chair, hold onto the chair and follow along. If you're feeling sturdy today and you've got balance, good balance, we're going to interlock the thumbs, stretch the arms out, up, just until the arms are in line with the ears, and then a slight upper back bend up. If you're holding onto the chair, it will look like this. Scoot the hips back slightly, hinge forward from the hips, keeping a flat back, just until the palms can come to the chair. Now you can stay here or go down to forearms. Remember to breathe. Press into the palms and then take a step back with each foot. This is our downward dog. You can play with balance a little here, going from a more bent position to a more straight position, just like I am. Find your ideal down dog, and you can even just stay there if this is best for you, or this, whatever works. Take a step back up to the chair and stay here or come back down to forearms. Then press into the seat through the palms, bend the knees slightly, and come back up to standing. Hang on to the chair or stretch the arms out, up, and slightly back. Bring the palms together in the front of the chest and release. Straighten up the clothing. We're going to do that 2 more times. Interlock the thumbs, stretch them out, up, and a slight back bend. And scoot the hips back a little and come forward, hinging from the hips until the hands are on the seat of the chair. Stay here or down to forearms. This is our forward fold. Press through the palms and take a step back with each foot. And here's our down dog. Excuse me. Step back up to the chair. Stay here or come down to forearms. Then press back up through the palms. Bend the knees, come up to standing, stretching the arms out, up, and back. And bring the hands together in front of the chest and release. Final time, we'll go through a little more quickly this time. Stretch the arms out, up, and back. Hinge from the hips. Come down to palms on the chair, then down to forearms. Then press through the palms. Take a step back into down dog. And step back up. Back down to forearms. Press back through the palms. Come back up to standing, stretching the arms out, up, and back. And then hands to the chest and release. Those are our sun salutations. Now we will do our standing sequence, beginning with warrior 2. Take a hold of the chair, and I'm starting with my left leg back because I'm standing on this side of the chair. So left leg back, and I have my forward foot pointing towards the chair and my back foot pointing towards the camera. So my feet are in this 90-degree position. Heels are aligned with each other. So yeah. And then bring the hands out, hang on to the chair, or if you have good balance, bring the arms up in a plane to the body and stare out over the forward fingers. If you're taking the chair option, in line with the chair, other arm is back, and I'm still looking out over the palm, over the fingers. Okay. Now extend the body forward, the torso forward, and reach the hand down to the seat. Extended arm goes up overhead. You can bend the front knee or straighten it out. This is triangle. Take a breath. And then you can stay here or extend the raised arm overhead just parallel to the ears. And take another breath. And then bring that extended arm down to the seat and step the back leg up to the chair. Then step back into downward dog. From here, we're going to move into three-legged dog by lifting one leg at a time. You can lift it by extending the heel back and out, or just by lifting and bending at the knee. Lifting the foot, bending at the knee. Whichever option you are taking, go ahead and play with balance and see how you're feeling. This is called three-legged dog. And then step up to the chair in a wide-legged stance. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Wide-legged stance. You can stay here with palms on the chair or go down to forearms. This is our prasarita. Take a breath. Bend the knees, press through the hands, and bring the legs back together. Bend and stand. I'm going to move around to the other side of the chair so my body will stay facing forward. but you can just turn around and have your back to the camera. All right, same thing, other side. Take a step back, feet at a 90-degree angle, either hanging onto the chair or with your arms up. My yoga mat moved. The gaze going out over the fingers. You can take a lunge here or straight legs, whatever you're feeling. Warrior Two traditionally has a lunge. Then shift the torso forward and bring the hand down to the seat. Adjust your feet as needed. Bring the other arm up overhead and feel that good stretch through the side. The gaze can be anywhere that doesn't make you dizzy, traditionally looking up. Then stay here or extend out just until the arms are parallel to the ear. I mean the raised arm, not both arms. And breathe. Then bring that raised arm down to the seat and step up to the chair. Take a step back into downward dog. And here we'll move into three-legged dog, playing with balance and seeing how it feels. Extend through the heel. Really push through the heel to get the leg to come up. This protects the lower back. Or, as before, simply bend the knees and see how your balance feels here. Then step up in a wide leg stance to the chair. For Prasarita, stay here or come down to forearms. And breathe. Press through the hands, come back up, bring the legs together, bend the knees, and come up to standing. Now you can take a seat. Our next pose is going to be a seated goddess twist. So for goddess pose, the legs are at a wider stance, like this. The arms come up like we've practiced already. And this is a seated goddess, just like this. To go into the twist, take the right arm and press into the right thigh. Press the thigh and the arm together, so both body parts are working. And then bring the left arm up, extend it overhead, and move those shoulders to twist. Looking up towards the raised hand or anywhere that feels comfortable to you. And take a breath. One more breath. And back to center. Do it again on the other side. Begin with our goddess pose. And bring that left arm down, pressing into the thigh, pressing the thigh into the arm, extending the other arm up overhead, moving into that twist. Looking up towards the hand. And take 2 breaths here. And back to center. All right, while our legs are out wide, we're going to do a couple leg exercises. So you can place hands on the hips for stability, hang onto the chair, or just have them right on the tops of the legs. Let's just begin by raising the leg and holding it here, pushing through the heel. In yoga, we almost always have our feet bent, not pointed, like this. All right, let's do the next leg. Push through the heel, really fire through the knee and the leg, and feel all those muscles working. Right side again. One more time on the left. And then we'll do it 2 more times with the arms raised out in front. This will help pull in some core strength. And switch. And switch. All right, arms down. And we'll move our legs back to front position and do the same thing. Actually, I'm going to scoot my seat back so I feel I'm a little more rooted in the chair. Put my hands on the hips and just start raising the feet. Notice if one side is easier than the other side. And now let's do it with our hands out. Hold it a little bit longer here. Switch. Really push through the heel. And switch one more time on each side. Last one. And down. Finally, we're going to move into a proper twist. So I'm going to take this option to move to the side of my chair. Then all I have to do is move my arms around and hold on to the back of the chair and then pull myself into a twist. Extend the twist through the neck by looking over the shoulder. We'll take 3 breaths here. Final breath in. And unwind slowly. Move over to the other side. Hang on to the back of that chair and pull into the twist. Continuing the twist through the neck by turning the head over the shoulder. And inhale 3 times here. One final breath. And unwind. Finally, let's just take 1 minute with hand over navel, hand over the heart, and remember the intention that you have and think about it and consider bringing it throughout the rest of your day. Close the eyes and just breathe for this minute of silence. Open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today.